see stuff like this. The meteorologist Anthony Dommel is here with another check of our forecast much closer to home, Anthony.
Annie, you're talking about that volcano the last time it erupted in 2018. Is this the same volcano that caused all the problems, though? Because if you recall, Hawaii was inundated.
I'm not sure, but it does sound like that, which you remember there was lava going through the streets. Everyone had to evacuate.
Right.
It was pretty scary. So hopefully a much less dangerous situation for those folks living over there.
And that's what it seems like based on some of the information. But we'll have to take a closer look at that. A closer look at the maps here today gave a little bit of a different tale than perhaps it looked yesterday. It looked like maybe we'd have more of these flurries and light snow showers around. Thought maybe we could get a dusting or a coating. Not that that's some great amount, not that the forecast busted to some tremendous extent, but obviously no dusting or coating out there today. In fact, temperatures went a few degrees higher than even anticipated because of the lack of moisture around. Got to 39 in GR. How about 41 Muskegon, 40 degrees in Holland, and lower 40s Kalamazoo and Battle Creek, with overnight lows coming from around the freezing mark. We only got down to 34, though, this past morning in GR. Look at the winds, kind of interesting. Calm in Big Rapids, but we're just far enough away from the area of low pressure, this Clipper, and it's a weak one, but strong enough that it is picking up the winds around the Midwest. We're into the pressure gradient of this system now, and winds out of the west at about 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting even a touch higher at times. Those winds will stay a little breezy overnight tonight and through tomorrow, but I think we're probably at the peak of our winds for the day at the current time. 37 degrees at 7 o'clock. Some rain showers around. That's the way it stands right now, but to the atmosphere marginal, so there could be a few snowflakes mixing in here through 9 o'clock, 10, 11. I think by late evening, though, 11, 12 o'clock, the rain showers will be diminishing to more of just sprinkles and drizzle or even some flurries out there. No accumulations anticipated, though. You will notice 34 degrees. I mean, that's getting close to 32. And in the overnight, we do have a projected low of 32, in fact. So there may be some slippery stretches around West Michigan. Can't rule that out. I'm not looking for big travel problems, but it's something to keep in mind if you are out later tonight, and that moisture still on the ground could be slippery in spots. Future snowfall, this is through this coming Saturday. Big bullseye out to the west with these deeper purple colors. So the Northeast been getting hit pretty decently recently. Around here, the blue colors that you see, that's associated with lake effect snow, and will start to pick up the pace, I think, late morning on Christmas Eve. On Thursday, we're going to start to bring in that Arctic air overnight Wednesday into Thursday morning. But as the colder air aloft really starts to transport over the lake, that's when you get these processes to form with the air rising, clouds forming, and ultimately snow showers and snow squalls. And there can be some of these zones, as you know, if you've lived around here long enough, you know the typical area is actually just to the south of Grand Rapids on a west-northwest wind. So maybe southern Ottawa into Allegan, extreme southern Kent County over towards Eaton, and then parts of Kalamazoo and Van Buren. And there are sections off to the north that can get some decent streamers as well. So that's what we're going to be watching for later Christmas Eve, Thursday, and into Friday. Some localized spots could get 6+ inches of snow. A lot of locations much lesser than that, but enough to cause a dusting or coating, just enough to please you, I think, on Christmas morning, which would be Friday. Here comes this next wave of moisture. I say next. We really didn't even have an initial one earlier today, other than just some flurries I saw out there, maybe briefly turning the pavement damp with the flurries and sprinkles. Light rain briefly in GR from late morning, but here comes this wave of some rainfall, and you don't see any purple colors really mixed in. Maybe there's a couple in there if I'm looking closely. So perhaps a flurry mixing in as we get into the mid-evening. A little bit better chance for some additional flurries. The atmosphere slowly cooling down, but again, above the freezing mark, so I am not looking for any accumulations. It'll be overnight once the moisture's gone, when we may get a slick spot or two as temps drop to around 32 degrees. Tomorrow turns out mostly cloudy, folks. There'll be a lot of low clouds during the morning. The afternoon could yield to a little bit of sun. It's going to be tricky because the low clouds trying to break apart and go off to the east, and then we've got some high and mid-level clouds starting to arrive, and that'll be out ahead of the next system, which comes in with some rain late afternoon or evening on Wednesday. But out ahead of that mild atmosphere on southerly winds, they'll be cranked up. It is going to be a windy Wednesday around here, driving temperatures to about 50 degrees, and then in comes the colder air, and daytime highs in the low to mid 20s on Thursday. We'll actually hit our high during the early morning hours. Well, that'll carry over from Wednesday night, and then that colder air coming over the lake, get these lake snow showers to develop, lake snow squalls, in fact, and that can cause some accumulations. But look by the weekend. I mean, Annie, it's not like we're having some huge pattern change here where we're going into, teens and 20s for highs. We're bouncing back, could be mid-30s again with a few rain or snow showers by later on Sunday.
All right, Anthony, thank you. Christmas